Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake it, bye.
Wake your fuck ass up. That crust out your eyes.
Sway in the morning, Shea 4-5. Third base is here.
Right.
Chubb Rock just killed that verse.
Oh, no, he bodied that verse.
Yeah, Chubb Rock, man.
First take, he just
went in and bodied it.
First take?
Our boy, the
First take.
Reanimator, he was in the studio there. He just put up his hands and said, oh, my God.
Yeah, it was great.
Now, Pete, you was explaining when Third Base first broke up, it was after the Derelicts album, Derelicts of Dialect. What happened?
All right, so we're at this show for this certain place. And Marky Mark, they wanted him to open up for us. And we were just like, yo, that kid ain't open up for us. We're not doing the show. So Lior was begging us. And at the time, I think Serch and I were having psychological problems.
I think psychological is a good way to put it.
Yeah, and we just had some creative differences and at the same time some personal differences on a bus. Like, you ever seen Spinal Tap?
Yeah.
So picture Spinal Tap, but with like a white rap group with a black DJ, right? and with two black dancers and then a white dancer and a black girl dancer. Not that bringing any racial stuff into it, but just the fact that all these people living on the bus. And if I had to come up with one reason why we split up, it was the bus.
The bus.
I think it was the bus.
You know, the bottom line, what it came down to is that we wanted to be in different places in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Pete wanted to be, he was really, like everywhere we went around the country, Pete would find some baseball memorabilia.
Uh-huh.
Like that was his passion. He was doing that. I was really, thinking about, what I was going to do next. And, because at that time, you weren't thinking about rhyming for 20 years.
Yeah.
We were really thinking about like, okay, he wants to do Hoppo. He wants to do his label. I want to do my label. I want to put out this artist. I was already fucking with OC. I was already fucking with Nas. You know what I'm saying? Like we wanted to do different things. And I think we used the bus as an excuse to say, okay, it's time, and we can just do our separate things.
So you guys were progressive back then, thinking about what's next, because the rap life expectation at that time was
5 years.
At the most.
Yeah, 3 to 5 years.
Right.
I mean, that's what even our business
we
manager.
had a lot of stuff. I mean, we had KMD at the time together. Then KMD was more on my camp at that time. Then I had Curious George. And Serch had a lot of stuff going on. So, you add all that, and then you add the reality of living on a bus with sticking 8 people on a bus, and I think that just like lit a match, and got to the point where Lior is trying to get us together on the page. He's like, Pete, I need you to let Michael go into the corner. Turn your back on him. Let him go into the corner, and let him come out of the corner, and everything will be all right. And then you just talk to him.
Just needed some time.
And I'm like, Lior.
He told me to put my finger in the spiral.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
That DJ Richie Rich.
He was like, it's spinning out of control now, Richie Rich. We need a man to put his finger in the spiral and make it stop. And you're that man. I was like, no, I can't do it.
Richie Rich is one of those reputable DJs that just walks around with that DJ energy. Like, he looks at you, you feel like he feels he could beat you on the turntables. That's that old school mentality, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's where it came from. What do you think about you got Masters of the Mix on TV now. You got a lot of EDM DJs making $50,000 to $100,000 for a gig, man. How do you feel DJing has progressed, especially with the invention of Serato? Do you from then to now?
Well, I mean, I look at Serato and any kind of technology. I think Serato could turn a whack DJ into a good DJ. Could turn a good DJ into a great DJ, and it can make a great DJ invincible. I think the technology kind of made DJing kind of drift away from hip hop a little bit. Whereas right now, you can't tell me who DJs for Jay-Z. You can't tell me who DJs for whatever, because it's like a transient business. Dude could wake up tomorrow morning and call himself DJ such and such and straight play from my iPod. So, I mean, I think it's up to the people to really kind of, curtail this, because they're accepting like any kind of standards as far as this DJing thing is concerned. You know what I mean? So you got dudes who do a whole party with an iPod.
Just push a button.
So I think we got to call that something a little bit different.
That's a different genre.
Exactly.
That's, what would that be, a button jockey? A BJ.
A BJ.
A BJ.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're a BJ. All right, you know what? I want to get more into third base and then search as well. There was a famous line that arguably the greatest rapper doing it right now, it depends on who you ask, once said in a song. I want to ask you about it.
I know who I paid, God. Searchlight Publishing.
All right, stop. We're going to come back and find out how true that is. Sway in the morning, Shade 45.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.